Hi and welcome to this food safe video about our HACCP Master Class training programs. To begin with, what is HACCP all about? HACCP stands for Hazard, Analysis, Critical, Control, Point. Its origins lie in the early NASA space program where the methodology was refined to proactively protect astronaut food. It proved so successful that since then, a HACCP-based methodology has grown to become the global standard for food safety management. So, who will benefit from our HACCP training? Operators, supervisors, quality coordinators, supply chain and warehouse teams, engineers, managers, business owners, suppliers to food companies, contractors, chefs, students and trainees looking for further safety knowledge will benefit from our HACCP training. Our trainees come from a range of sectors including seafood, meat, dairy, processing, produce, horticulture, manufacturing, packaging, warehousing, hospitality, supermarkets and retail food companies. Are there different levels of HACCP training? Yes, we offer trainees a range of programs to choose from, starting from basic introduction to HACCP through to levels 3, 4 and 5 for developers, implementers and reviewers of HACCP applications. Take a look at our page online to choose the right option for you. So, what differentiates HACCP from other risk control systems? HACCP is a systematic, preventative risk control system where a company finds out what can go wrong and then proactively manages and controls its food safety hazards in a step-by-step, logical and documented process while continuously improving. A lot of people ask us if the HACCP course is difficult and technical in nature. Because FoodSafe specialises in making your learning simple to understand, jargon-free and most importantly easy to apply on job, the courses are a lot less technical and difficult than they can be made out to be. So, how does our training unfold? Our training begins with a big picture, a review of food safety breakdowns, recent cases in the news and what can be learned from regulatory experts. This is to answer the question, why are we at training and why acquiring HACCP knowledge is actually an investment. For example, we could review and learn from a case study about frozen berries recalled for potential Hepatitis A contamination. We then move on to global risk management methodology such as Codex Alimentarius and FSSC 22000. This provides trainees with context and the requirements for applying HACCP and teaches how risk control management and competency applies. This answers why auditors insist on training and what food safety auditors look to verify. For example, you will understand why regulatory authorities insist on Level 5 HACCP competency training for developers and implementers of HACCP applications. We explain what the different groups of food safety hazards are, introducing foreign matter, chemicals, allergens and microbiology hazards in simple terms. You will understand what microbiological hazards need to grow in an easy to understand, picture format and how you can control these factors in your workplace. Our training is suited for trainees who might not have a microbiology or food science degree. We explain what the validation process is actually about, obtaining evidence that a control measure is capable of controlling a hazard to a specified outcome, and what HACCP verification is about, procedures, tests and other checks, in addition to monitoring to determine compliance with a documented HACCP application. This section on allergens at training goes over the key allergen groups. You will understand the science behind an allergic reaction, an immune response, how this is different from a food intolerance, and you will get tools to minimise the risk posed to customers with food allergies. You will understand how the likelihood and consequence or severity of a food safety hazard determines its risk profile, where CCPs fit and what are the critical limits for different food sectors and products. For example, the colony forming unit per gram limit of Listeria monocytogenes in ready-to-eat food. You will learn how to differentiate between a prerequisite program or SSOP, an OPRP and a CCP based on Codex Alimentarius and FFSC 22000. We explain why the ability to constantly monitor and have a critical limit to measure food safety matters in each case. We provide multi-sector expertise from farms where chemicals are the focus in a HACCP application all the way through to fork when food is consumed. The focus here is storage and retail service controls, where temperature regulation is important to minimise microbiological growth in perishable food. We review a range of simple good manufacturing practice controls such as hand washing, personal hygiene, red line procedures, as well as the more complex critical control points such as pH and time and temperature combinations linked to product density, flow rates and viscosity. We explain when and how loss of control is managed and why corrective action is at least a 3-step process, including restoration of control, disposal and prevention of reoccurrence. We introduce you to crisis management techniques such as preventative actions, problem solving, root cause analysis, minimising risk from confirmation bias, and how to implement the latest human factors learning from the aviation sector into the food processing environment. This understanding helps trainees cope with risks from non-conformances and how to manage the process more effectively. To build trainee confidence, we expertly coach you to put all you've learned into practice with show me how videos and case study reviews from real audit walkthroughs. On successful achievements, trainees earn a HACCP training certificate at the end of our programs, in addition to a toolkit of useful, ready-to-apply skills. The global food brands we work with often ask us if our HACCP training is globally standardised for application around the world. Absolutely. FoodSafe's training is based on the globally recognised Codex Alimentarius methodology used by countries around the world. To simplify this learning and standardisation process, we visually handwalk trainees through the principles of HACCP and the Codex Alimentarius steps with contextual examples. Now, a little bit about New Zealand qualifications. FoodSafe's training programs have an optional unit standard based pathway. All the information is available on our webpage. Final assessments towards an NZQA goal also include a post-training verification conversation and check to ensure learning is applied and outcomes are achieved. By way of best practice, FoodSafe actively collaborates with industry specialists, governance experts, and leading universities with biotechnology research capability. We aim to bring the latest PhD research straight into classrooms for trainees. For example, we explain how companies can efficiently minimise risk posed by biofilms that could survive both CIP and pasteurisation. Importantly, this programme is delivered by a trained ISO 22000-led food safety auditor with operational experience in high compliance food manufacture. In terms of benchmarking, FoodSafe is a top-rated Category 1 training company, the highest possible New Zealand standard for training outcomes and self-assessment, with excellent rating scores in every facet of the latest NZQA standards. As a company, we go beyond just commerce. We genuinely collaborate with the community we belong to. Choosing to train with FoodSafe will assist make a difference to our ecosystem. You can read more about our sustainability initiatives online. Finally, take a look at our highly rated trainee reviews, accumulated year on year from trainees who have benefited from our training, on our Facebook page. You can also view real-time case studies on our website about the genuine impact of training is currently having, along with actual feedback from company management. There is more than just one reason why our training gets booked out by some of the biggest global food brands. Don't miss out. Take the next step to get the best skills and book a program now. To book, log on to our services page on www.foodsafe.net.nz and use our online booking system, or call us on +64 9 281 4226. We look forward to training you and your team.